Brooke Schofield is addressing her relationship status with Tana MONGEAU, as some people have called it into question since Brooke got canceled. People didn't know where Tana stood, and even though Tana has said that her and Brooke are all good and they're still going forward with doing the canceled podcast together, Brooke was asked by paparazzi this week what was going on. And some people do think that she hinted that there was maybe a little something with Tana for a second there, but that's not the only thing that we're going to be talking about today. We're also talking about a Dolan twin update. The two of them have been so private online, but recently shared some big news this week. We're also talking about Earle because she's addressed the resurfaced screenshots from her past once again, and also something so crazy, but Klein is calling out Moses. He called him out this week on H3. It's a whole thing, and we're gonna get into everything that has been said. Starting with some of the lighter news, Dolan got married over the weekend, something I don't think anyone expected to hear since the Dolan twins have been so private the last few years. Last summer, Ethan's now wife Christina did share with her followers that Ethan had proposed, posting to Instagram this photo of the two of them saying, "The most special day of my life." And this week they posted a collab Instagram post sharing their wedding photos, writing, "Didn't know a day on earth could be so perfect. The Dolans 8/24/24." A few years ago, the Dolan twins decided to step away from their social media platforms, saying that as time passed, they fell out of love with the videos that they were making on YouTube and found themselves changing and not for the better. Last year, the two did pop onto social media for a second to promote a short film that they had been working on, but have continued to stay rather private, so this little life update was greatly appreciated by their fans. Now, speaking of Ethan's, let's just get into this Ethan Klein story. This is certainly one that is hard to watch just given all the history and the drama that goes into it all and the fact that they are literally family at the end of the day. But this past week, Ethan called out Moses on H3. He just decided to vent about Moses, and the crew sat back and watched as he was literally like, "Nobody stop me."
Moses, if you're watching this, and I know you are, listen to me very clearly, you loser. You're a grown man that cries and bitch and pisses to his mom every time I mention your name. Stop. I don't care. I will never stop talking about you. You can bitch and cry and spit and moan every time to your mommy, because you anytime, and it's not even when I'm like mean. It's like anytime I talk about him at all, and it's like, guess what? This is who I am, and I will never stop. I will talk about you whenever I want. Okay, so cry more, you loser. I will never stop. And guess what? I just don't care anymore. And we're on the same page. We're on the same page, me and Earle. Suck my This is the only way I can think to like this to stop him bothering his poor mom.
This should help.
He's always well, like I need to make a point that like he will never succeed in what he's trying to do. He will only ever make it worse. And he keeps inserting his poor mom into the middle of conflict and like not giving her. It's all like one-sided because we don't go to her and complain about them to her because we're adults. Sure. We have lives.
It just sounds like behind the scenes there's family drama that Ethan just needed to vent about in this way, and the chat at the time that this was going on was going crazy as he was definitely going off. I mean, I feel like it's always just so shocking whenever Ethan or Trisha is bringing up each other or mentioning the word frenemies, and the fact that Ethan was bringing up, Trisha's husband Moses definitely is a shocker. And I think everyone was just like holding their breath the entire time that this was happening. But I do think this just like further solidifies that anyone who was hoping for frenemies to come back, it just doesn't look like it's happening. Because with this drama behind the scenes, it just does not sound likely. Now, someone else who has found themselves in drama online, it's Earle, and she has come out in a new TikTok to address the resurfaced screenshots from her past that have gone around online. The screenshots were from an old Ask FM account, and she was actually getting accused of trademarking the screenshots as to not let others spread the image around online. But in a statement that she shared onto her Instagram story and TikTok story on Monday, she did deny that to be the case. On her story, she also took accountability for not speaking up sooner and apologized for using the racial slur in the first place. She said that she was 13 at the time that she had posted it and just did not understand the meaning behind it at all. And she had gotten some backlash for this only being on her stories. And so on Friday, she posted a video to talk about things more, saying that she was going with her gut this time and felt that it was right to speak out again. She apologized for how she handled the situation as well as for how it's made people feel.
I'm not really sure if this is the right thing to do right now or the wrong thing to do right now, but it feels right to me, and I didn't go with my gut from the beginning of this, and I've messed up this whole situation. I've handled this situation terribly, and I recognize that, and I agree with you guys. And I know a lot of you guys are probably saying Alex is only making this video right now because other videos are calling her out, saying that she hasn't come on here and talked to you guys about the situation. And that's true. Like, I have been watching those videos and I'm like, I agree with you guys. Like, you guys are right. Like, my whole brand has been built off of coming on here and sharing my life and sharing the good and the bad. First off, I want to say, before I get into blabbing more about me, that I am so sorry to everyone in the Black community and the Black community in my audience that I let down. Just want to say, and I just want to put this out here for you guys, that that's not who I am as a person. That's not the way I speak. It's not what I stand for. That's not the way my friends speak. Like, I don't think that's cool. I don't want any young girls watching this and thinking that because I haven't said anything, I think it's okay, or that it's cool, or whatever. It doesn't matter the context. It doesn't matter the age. Like, it was wrong. And I admit that. And I didn't come on and say anything about it because I just was so scared of saying the wrong thing or not addressing it properly. I really let you guys down, and I really made you guys feel almost like invisible in this, and you're not.
And honestly, I'm surprised that she addressed it again. I really thought that she was going to kind of leave it at the stories and try to brush it under the rug, but it seems she realized that wasn't the right move in this situation. But something that I will say is that she's getting called out once again, because right after she posted this video, she posted a hair tutorial. She's in the same outfit, and people were like, wait, really? Like, not even gonna give this time to just like marinate. You're just gonna go right back into a hair tutorial, like as if she was like, now that's out of the way, let's get back to the daily program. So people did not really love that, and that is what they were talking about in terms of Alex today. But Alex's resurfaced screenshots were discovered around the same time that Brooke Schofield was heavily under fire for her resurfaced screenshots. And I just recently talked about how Brooke has been posting to social media like normal and has spoken out about how she will continue to do so. She's also addressed that she is still going on tour with Tana and that she is still a part of the canceled podcast. Some were wondering if there was maybe drama between her and Tana after the way that Tana had originally addressed the entire situation on their podcast, since people got the vibe that Tana was trying to make it sound like because of everything, she had chosen to not have Brooke on that particular episode, and thought it was also coming off as Brooke's co-hosting spot being up in the air.
I am alone on this couch. Brooke is not here with us today, and I want to be abundantly clear that that was my decision. I'm hoping Brooke is taking the time right now to reflect and grow and learn in a lot of the ways that I did. I know back in the day I had to take the time to grow and learn, and that's exactly what I want for Brooke in this situation. But at the same time, I am very shocked and hurt by a lot of those tweets. I think that I've seen a lot of feedback just in general, and I know where I want the future of this podcast to go, and I will always read your guys' comments. I will always be a chronically online, and I see every TikTok and everything everyone is saying, and I don't want to be any further part of any problem.
Tana later clarified that Brooke was still a co-host, but she got a lot of backlash as people felt that she was trying to act better than Brooke somehow when she's had a similar past, and it was coming off as a bit hypocritical. But Brooke has confirmed that her and Tana are okay, but told the paparazzi this week that her and Tana do fight like sisters, and seemed to also say that they had a little something about all of this when asked if there was something going on between the two of them.
So you and Tana have talked a little bit, because I know a lot of people were like, what's going on?
No, we had a little, we fight like sisters, but we are doing well.
So some were kind of thinking maybe there was actually some beef behind the scenes for a second there, but she also confirmed that the two of them were set to film a new episode of Canceled that same day that they were filming this paparazzi situation.
And we're filming today. We're going to talk about it a little bit more in depth, obviously, because it's serious, but yeah. I'm still a part of the tour. I'm still a part of Canceled.
Okay, that's good.
Now, I will say that something fans had been wondering this whole time, since they have not been posting as much, is what is going on with their Patreon. The girls launched their Canceled Patreon page just before all of this went down, and some had been wondering what this all meant, as they haven't been giving what was originally promised. Tana recently responded to someone who commented, "Please give us Patreon girlies something," and Tana said a free month and content coming ASAP. Now, Tana's recently gone on a trip that Brooke was originally supposed to go on, so that also didn't help with them wanting to put content out. So even if they wanted to put out content, they weren't even in the same countries, so that just wasn't able to happen. But it sounds like since she is back, they got right back to work to film the episode that people have been wanting, which is Brooke addressing things on the canceled podcast. And it sounds like all is well with these two for now. And I'm sure we'll be talking about the episode when it's released, but until then, that is what has been said. I certainly want to know what you guys think about Brooke kind of admitting to a little tiff for a moment between her and Tana, and also everything else we talked about today. Ethan calling out Moses, the Dolan twins, one of them getting married, and Alex Earle coming out to once again address her resurface screenshots. Let me know your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.